Alright, hello everybody, Silver here. Lag. Uh, I think... I can't remember if I said this yesterday, but I recently finished the entire Limnian Hollow. Uh, and I believe just yesterday, I finished doing all of the, uh, coins, the HIA commemorative coins. I think I finished, believe so, but that's something that I've done now. So, we have that done, and I don't have to really worry about it too much. I haven't went back to check every area, but I think I have. I also know 2.8 is coming out at some point soon. We already have the pre-download available for it, the pre-install. So it's right around the corner. I'm pretty sure Promea comes out first. It's Promea, then Starlight Valley. Promea, Lucia, Starlight Billy, Orphe. Excuse me. Alright, the weekly things reset probably, too. Maybe business performance. I probably have a fuck ton of the, I think I actually do have a fuck ton of the physical chips to be able to level up S-rank Billy's skills when he actually comes out. I think I have enough that I could probably level him up all the way. He's the next one that's getting hamster cages, by the way. Just 100%. And again, I'm thinking I don't want to, like, spend my fucking... I don't necessarily want to spend my Polychrome getting Lucia, but I feel like I might have to just to make sure as Billy stays on top. Because this is one of those things where it's like, oh, this character, here's like a huge difference in how much of a boost you get from either of these characters, like Pan versus Lucia. And Lucia's boosts are just much higher than Pan's. So it makes it a bit hard for me not to, for me to decide if I should, I'll bit my fucking lip, like the inside of my mouth. It makes it very hard for me to decide if I want to go with just sticking to not caring about Lucia, because like I could just not get Lucia, but I could also get Lucia and have S rank Billy be competent for a longer time. And it gets another character that I won't have to pull for later necessarily. I'm not guaranteeing I'm ever gonna get like higher than M0 on any of these fucking characters. Because I shouldn't have to necessarily. I shouldn't have to get higher than M0 for a character to be decent. And if I do have to play the game, then the game's in a state where it's like bad. Because you should not have to get multiple copies of limited characters in order to even play a game effectively. I can understand making some of the standard banner characters like relatively weak to where you would have to get multiples of them, but when you do that to limited characters, even if they've been out for like a bit, you're starting to get into a point where it's like, okay, well, now you're just fishing for money. You're not trying to make the game feel good at all. You're trying to make the game a money siphon. And that's it. That's all you want the game to be. Because again, the games would be more successful and people would pay more money for them if instead of focusing on how many microtransactions can I like force out of somebody, it's more effective genuinely to be like, okay, well, you can use characters. However, we're going to be making new characters that you might enjoy that are slightly stronger, but any of these can clear.
Don't forget to call your captain if you're in trouble. Right to my favors.
Yeah, I'm lagging at that.
The show isn't over yet. Just leave it to me. The show's already started. Smash it up. Together, let's create the miracle of division. Yeah.
Ow. I just got caught in the fucking flames there.
I'll take it from here.
It's not who I meant to swap to.
Target spotted.
Not who I meant to swap to.
The show isn't over yet. Keep up with the beat. Please, keep your eyes on me. Yep. The show's already started. Together, let's create the miracle of division. What do you need me to do? Let's hit the stage like this.
I still have a very, like, I wouldn't say it's like a super niche opinion on like how gacha games should be run. I have a rather free-to-play focused opinion on how gacha games and mobile games should work. Because a whale is going to, if they like a game, a whale is going to spend a fuck ton of money regardless. Because they just want the character a lot of times. And especially because this game has somewhat of a competitive aspect to it, in that there is a leaderboard for shit like, for DA and stuff like that, when you complete all of it. There is a leaderboard for that. That's where the competitive aspect comes in. But it's not something that's like super competitive, I would say. It's not like a super big portion of it. But you'd have people who would spend money just to be on the leaderboard regardless. You're not like... You have those types of people in gacha games, in any type of mobile game. Fuck, there's mobile games that are, like, pretty bad that have that aspect, and people still pay hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to be able to be on the leaderboards for those games. Just because they want to be the top of the leaderboard. So you're gonna have people who do that, who are genuinely that way. They'll pay for multiple copies of a character just to have a better edge than somebody else. You know, that's not who you should focus on, necessarily. You can build some to that degree, but you should be focusing on the standard Joe Schmo, who they might spend a couple dollars every so often, just because they see a character that they want. And they're like, well, I'm so close to getting that character, like I'm almost on the, 50-50, or I'm already, it's a guaranteed type of thing. They'll try it. You do have players like me who don't buy regardless, but you will have those players who are like, oh, well, I've got like $5 here, let me see if I can, squeak it out. I'm not going to spend any more than that type of thing. You have to appeal to those types as well. Because what's the point of, somebody spending a couple bucks on a character that's supposedly really good at that moment, for them to be kind of not great, like, couple patches later. You know what I mean? Because that's how this game is going so far. And I hate to say it like that, but I mean, I think people who play this game understand that, because they're steadily getting stronger and stronger with some of the in-game content. It's not slowing down in how strong it's getting. Like, people are actually, like, some of the people I know are genuinely upset at how strong some of the enemies are getting in DA. They're just like, why is UCC why does it have so much fucking health? Because it is not the damage or anything that the enemy does. It is genuinely the super inflated health pools that they're starting to do. To where each enemy has, like, so much fucking health that it's ridiculous. Especially something like UCC, because it has a gimmick to its fight where you can impair it by attacking the legs. And the legs' health is a percentage of the main health. So it gets harder and harder to actually get stun windows and shit on something like UCC. Uh, due to that. Due to that reason alone. It's harder to do shit like that.
Do you have a secret you want to share?
Oh, she's maxed on that. Holy shit, okay. Well, fuck.
I'm here. Need a hand?
Fuck, dude. I didn't expect to be maxed on that. Hold on.
Not like you?
Well, I'll skip Zhao's skills for the moment, so I can get up my third party. That's what I need to do. Now, I need to start leveling up my third party.
Ready and waiting.
I can already level her up. Fuck yeah. But no, it's genuinely something that's that I see as a problem in this game's particularly. It's the fact that like you can just not necessarily free to play, or if you do, you can only do it for so long. Because eventually you're gonna get to a point to where it's like, oh, well, I can only use certain characters, and I'm trying to get other things, you know. Because again, and any of the characters that you really, really like are likely going to become weaker as time goes on. You might not be able to use them several patches down. Like the Angels of Delusion are really strong right now. So is Dylan still, same with Astra. But Dylan is like 2.0. Astra is like 1.0. Not really 1.0, she came out like right before 2.0 anyways. So it's like, it's genuinely something that makes the game feel much more like it's not meant to be free to play. It doesn't feel free to play friendly, is what I would say. And I really do hate that. Like, that it's not really free-to-play friendly. Because the game isn't... It's not that it's, like, boring. It's pretty good gameplay for what it is. It has pretty good gameplay that you can actually kind of, like, learn a bit more on how to be skilled on it. Something like, you know, with the defensive assists, or something like fucking Soldier 11's attacks, you can learn how to be better at that to do more damage. Which I'm all for. I'm fine with that kind of, like, gameplay. My problem is that it really feels like they have to do a bit more to be able to, like, genuinely, like, you have to do more, get new characters in order to always be able to like, stay close to being able to clear everything. You will always have to buy whatever the newest character is. You have to get them, you have to hope that you get them and have the right team for them as well. That can help keep you up on being able to clear certain content. And when I say certain content, I mean anything that has to do with getting free polychromes. I'm not going to be counting like, oh, you had to get like 9 stars on Deadly Assault. I'm not counting that. You only had to get like 6 stars to get all of the shit. But even now, it would be hard for me to get 6 stars. It just genuinely would. Because I might be able to 1-star with my Anton team. You know? I might be able to get 1 star with that team. On something. Maybe. It's not a guarantee that I can. There's no guarantee I'd ever be able to get 1 star. But I could. Maybe. I might be able to get, you know, 2, maybe 3 stars. I highly doubt 3 stars, but I might be able to squeak out 2 or 3, depending, with the Angels of Delusion, which would mean I would have to get a 2-star with my other team, my Soldier 11 team. I would have to be able to get 2-star on that. So, it comes down to, you know, actually being able to get good teams. And I'm very lucky, by the way. I'm very lucky with my pulls. My pulls were very lucky. And I chose a good team to pull with Arya and Rokudo. I chose a good one. So, the fact is, like, it's still very hard to even get the 6 stars that you would need to get all of the polychromes available. Not to mention other content that needs more teams, by the way. You need, like, decent teams for some other content as well. I can't remember the exact number of teams that you need to technically clear, like, everything, fully built teams. I think someone said it's like 5. 5 different fully built teams. Which is a huge ask. Because again, I'm like 70, almost 80 days in. And I've got nowhere close to that. Two teams is minimum for like Shiyu defense. I think 2 teams is all you need for Shiyu defense, to be fair though. But it's still something that's like just a huge ask of a player, especially someone new coming in, who's not gonna have some of these other characters already that might be great supports. You know what I mean? Like Astra specifically. You're not gonna have that. So, yeah, no, it's genuinely something that's like I care about video games and gaming as a whole. Uh, and the model of, oh yeah, hey, we made a gotcha game, but to enthuse you to get new characters and to spend money, we're going to make end game content so difficult that you have to have, or we're gonna build the entire content around you having pulled one of the newest characters that comes out. In order to maintain, you know, getting all of the free currency to continue to pull characters. Which, if you're spending money, you wouldn't need that necessarily. You just wouldn't. You're already going to be spending that money a lot of times. So you're not benefiting anybody here. What you need to focus on are the players who you give them the free shit. You know, they'll spend all that free shit, but then they might not have quite enough for like a pull, you know, for that last pull that they need to maybe get a character or a Wingeon, you know? So then they're desperate and they're like, well, I don't want to miss out. Let me just, you know, spend a little bit of money. I want to guarantee that I can get this. And then that is how you make the money, how you get, you know, how you can entice a player without having it be, oh yeah, this new content, it's just based around you having this character. If you don't have this character, you're gonna have a bad time. Like, you need to be able to have a balance there. Genuinely. It's just really bad sometimes with how these fucking gotcha games do it. It's very bad, and I hate it, genuinely, but currently it's something that nobody really fucking complains about too much. It's something that everybody is just like, well, that's a gotcha game for you. What did you expect? That's what they do. Like, they don't have to, though. They really don't have to. If you don't want motherfuckers to, like, do that kind of shit, if you're unhappy with it, don't spend money on it. I do not. Not only because I don't have the money to spend, but also because I don't support that kind of fucking way of thinking. If I don't support it, I'm not going to buy it. That's why I haven't bought a Pokemon game in a long time. Is because I don't support the actions of Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. I just don't support what they've been doing, giving shitty slop and not paying people a fair wage, really, for their work. It's just something I'm not gonna, you know, support. Just not going to. So I don't. I just choose not to support it. And that's how you actually fucking fix shit. Is you don't support it. Because you hit somebody in their wallet if you want to teach them a lesson. If that's what they care about, you hit them in the wallet. Like, genuinely. If you stop buying their shit, they'll stop making shit. They'll be like, oh, well, like, why are people not buying it? It's because you're fucking stupid, that's why. If you do something stupid, people aren't gonna buy it. But that's not how the world works, apparently. It's people are just so obsessed with the idea that, oh, hey, I have to defend a company that makes millions upon millions of dollars. I've got to defend million dollar companies. You know what I mean? It's a bit ridiculous. If you have something that you're upset about, just don't buy. Just don't buy it. Don't buy shit into it. Because spending money isn't going to fix it. Spending your money on that thing isn't going to fix it at all. It just reinforces the problem. It's something I'm passionate about. Because again, somebody who at one point was like developing games, you know? And I still held this belief, even back then, that the AAA game, you know, area is harsh. And to teach them a lesson, to teach them what we want to see, is to just not buy into it. Buy indie games. Like, oh, people are mad at Pokemon? Buy Pal World. Show them that you're not wanting to support fucking Pokemon if they don't listen to their fans. And Nintendo fanboys are just not... You can let them buy into that bullshit if you want. Because if the general populace stops buying into fucking Pokemon, and it's only the Nintendo fanboys, they're still losing a lot of money. I mean, that's kind of what's been happening recently, but they've also got a lot of other problems that they've got on their plate, other than just people being upset with them. I mean, people are, but they've got some more problems on top of that. Pokemon and Nintendo have not made very good decisions over the past several years. But that is what it is. I know people would flame me in the comments for that because there's so many people who love fucking Pokemon and Nintendo as a whole. They can do no wrong. The multi-million-dollar fucking multimedia franchise. The highest grossing multimedia franchise in the world from Pokemon can do no wrong. Yeah. They can do no wrong. Even though, you know, the games they've made have been pretty, like, bad in comparison to what they should be or could be. It's not like the Pokemon fans, which I am, deserve better. It's not like we deserve better. I'm not gonna buy a fucking console. It's... The point of my console, of me buying a console, is I want something to play on a big TV. I'm not looking for something that I want to carry around with me all the time. So stop building your shit purposefully, like, worse by making it also, like, making it both. I don't need another Wii U situation. I don't need a Wii U where people thought, oh, I was supposed to be able to carry this around and play my games on it with the fucking Wii U pad. Which I think you could do a little bit, but I didn't own a Wii U because it's a stupid idea to me. You can make your console work a lot better and be a lot better if you just decided it's gonna be a console and then made a fucking mobile one that is separate like you used to do. Have multiple consoles, one for like the people who want something that's on the go, smaller, little bit cheaper, you know, and then have your at-home console. Like Nintendo is the king of console on the go. Like the Game Boy, that kind of shit. the DS, those are the ones that everybody remembers a lot of times as like, oh, this was my portable console. Some people will remember the PSP, but only because it had specific games that they liked on it, not because it was the better option. Either way, I've probably ranted long enough. Uh, if you want to support me, I have two methods down below. One is my Honeygain referral code link, and one is my coffee link. Honeygain is a service that can provide a benefit to both you and me if you use my link down below to support me. I'm not sponsored. I will have to say that every time. I'm not sponsored. However, if you want to support me but you don't want to spend money, Honeygain is a good way to do it, because when you sign up, you get $3 using my referral code, and then I get $5 over the course of you earning 20. And to earn money in Honeygain, you don't have to do anything. There is the quote-unquote jump task side of it, which I don't use. That's like a survey site, and I think it also uses like a cryptocurrency. I don't use that. I wouldn't use that, personally. I can't vouch for that. But I can vouch for the basic Honeygain side, which is a app that you can install on your PC or your Android devices, Android phone, in order to just get paid. It works in the background. It sits there in the background. It's using... yeah. Oh, fuck. Excuse me, sir. Oh, fuck. It uses excess data from your router. It uses that extra data in order to just... I don't know what it does with it, to be honest. I don't really care what it does to it, to be honest. Because it's not using that much. But if you have limited data, I wouldn't use Honeygain. If you have unlimited, I would 100% use it, because you might as well be paid for how much you're using your internet. And it's not going to be a steady income. You might get $20 depending on how much you use your devices. You might get $20. I think the fastest is almost like 2 months. The fastest I could ever do it is 2 months. But that's like $20. Like $20 is, oh hey, let me go get myself, maybe a burger or something down the road at like a higher end fast food restaurant. Like it could be something like that where you just treat yourself. That's what it's for. It's not meant to be a source of income like that. You're not going to be getting rich off of it. Don't expect that, because if you do, then you're going to be sorely disappointed and you'll feel like it's a scam. Because it's not meant for that. It's not meant to be that. But it's definitely something that when you use that link below, it helps me out. It's very slow, but it helps me out and helps you in a way. My coffee link is specifically just a donation page for now. I'm not planning on putting anything exclusive on my coffee page. So, if you are looking for that kind of thing, I'm not the kind of person who does that. I prefer people to be able to view anything I make, or anything I've produced, for no fee, unless it's something that's like, oh hey, here's like a book I wrote that I'm charging for, that kind of thing. That's a bit different. I wouldn't do that for stuff that's like of other IPs, but that's, it's neither here nor there. My coffee link is specifically for donations. If you want to support me and you like the content I make, that's where you go. That's exactly where you go. Is my coffee page. You put in the money you want. It can be any amount. I'm not picky. There is a goal on my coffee page to get me a new laptop. It doesn't show the amount, but I set it at $4,000 because one of the laptop I'm looking at, which is like I think it's an Origin PC. It's an Origin laptop. Is around about 4,000. It's a little cheaper than that, but I'll probably need a couple little. I didn't calculate like the taxes or anything on it as well, so it might be a bit more expensive now I'm thinking about it. I'll have to recheck. But it's $4,000 currently is the goal. It doesn't say that. I could have made it say that, but I feel like that's a bit like somebody would ask, "Oh, hey, why is it $4,000? What kind of PC are you getting that's 4,000, like 4K like that?" What do you mean you're getting a laptop that's 4K? Like you're just wasting money. I don't have space for a tower, or else I would get a fucking tower. If I had the space, I'd buy a tower. But I just don't have the space. I also never know when I'm going to move. And I don't want to waste y'all's money by, "Oh, hey, here's $4,000. You've been delivered a brand new, like, tower PC. So you've made, like, something custom. And then you go on the move, and it just stops working because maybe something got stuck in it while it was in the move. Maybe, something got damaged in the move. It's a lot harder to damage something that's meant to move like that, like a laptop. It's something easier to store and carry around in case of that. Also, I just don't have the space. I just don't have anywhere to put the tower that would be safe for it. I have nowhere that I could put it. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. I've been yapping for a long time. So, I'll catch you all in the next one.